Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the vlog. It's been a really busy week in the Cars Report garage. We sold the A1, that's now gone. We've got this car up for sale, that's the CI Ibiza Copper, all finished and looking gleaming and really polished up and everything. And we've got the Q5 away at the garage being painted by Wayne and his crew. So we're kind of in between cars. I was bidding on the two R32s, and you guys left some excellent comments. It was interesting to read that. And also the S3. Well, the S3 I kind of let go because something else caught my eye, and I'm currently watching that, and hopefully if that comes to fruition, that's going to be a bit of a game changer for the channel, because it means we're going to have to get rid of another car, which is the Fiat Abarth, and that's a thing that I'd never thought I'd ever say, but yes, the Fiat Abarth will go if we win this car that we are watching. So kind of leaves us with not much to do, so we're going to be doing some product reviews, and today we are reviewing this product here, the Autowit Supercap 2. Now let me tell you what this product is all about. We're going to do an extensive review on it. Now I have had quite a few companies approach me to do product reviews, and in the past I would do that because they would send you an item and you would keep it, and you kind of felt obliged to do a review. But I've been a little bit more selective nowadays, picking the right product. And to me, the product has to be right for the channel. To be right for the channel, it has to be some kind of tool that will benefit the salvage market or just cars in general. It has to be car related, obviously, and has to be worthwhile. It has to be something that you and I would buy and would find useful. So like I said, quite a few companies have approached me and I've turned them away because the perks just weren't applicable to the car market. But this product, it is. Let me show you what this product is all about. So what is the Supercap 2? Well, the Supercap 2 is a jump starter for your car if your battery dies, but it's a jump starter with a difference, but we'll come on to that in a second. First of all, let's see what's inside the box. So the box comes in this lovely toughened case, which is zipped up and protects all the cables inside, so you can keep this in your car at all times. It's once you unzip it, you then have an array of cables. You've got your supercap charger itself here. Let's take that out. Then you have your instruction pouch, and in here you have an array of connections. So it comes with a USB charger, so you can charge it in the house if you really want to. You have your connectors to connect to the car, so your crocodile leads to connect to the vehicle, and this has a dual purpose, as you'll shortly find out. And you've also got a cigarette lighter charger to charge the box in the car. Now the difference with this and other chargers is that this is actually not a battery, but again we'll come on to that in a second. I'm going to show you how this works now. We're going to use the conventional crocodile leads. So our test subject for this example is the battery from my Q5. So this is the old battery which died, and if you recall, I spent 24 hours charging this battery, giving it a nice slow charge, and it wouldn't go above 12 volts. So I had to buy a new battery because either the acid in there needs to be replaced or one of the cells will buckle. Either way, at the time it wouldn't go above 10 volts, not 12 volts. 12 volts would have been fine. So it wouldn't go above 10 volts. So if this was in the car wouldn't start, which is exactly what we saw happening in the Q5. It just wouldn't start. So that would leave me stranded, because the Q5 being automatic means I couldn't push it. I'd have to call up Mr. AA, and that would be hugely embarrassing. This is where the Autowit Supercap 2 comes into place. Now I'm just going to put the charging cables on here, because I'm going to use this just so that I can show you the current voltage on the battery. So here's my battery. I'm going to connect up my positive and negative into here, just so you can see how many volts this battery is currently giving out. So you can see it there. We're pushing out 9 volts, yeah, 9.12 volts, which is not enough to do anything. So how does this come into play? Well, I get my supercap, I plug my supercap in. I'm going to just disconnect this lead for now. We'll plug the supercap in, and it actually charges using your existing battery. That's where either the cigarette lighter comes into play or the actual crocodile leads, if it's easy enough for you to get to the screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it on, and then you're going to see exactly how long it takes to charge this device. Okay, so this device, imagine it's been sitting in the car for weeks and you haven't charged it, and this is where this comes in on its own. So it's been sitting in the car and it would normally be dead. Let's show you how fast this device actually takes to recharge. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it on. Device then comes on and then starts to charge. So it's now just clicked on, and now it's starting to charge. So hopefully you can see that. So it's at 15%, 16%. And we're going to speed this up now and then come back to you in real time. Okay, so we kind of stopped the time lapse there. Currently it's still charging, it's at 61%, and I was trying to figure out why this was taking so long to charge, because it's supposed to take a few minutes. So I thought, well, you know what, let me just put my battery charger, my battery meter on there and see what the battery is currently pulling. And as you can see at the moment, it's 5.4 volts. So this battery will be toast. It wouldn't even probably bring any lights up on the dashboard, and yet the Autowit is still charging it. Admittedly at a slower rate, but it's climbing. It's been about 7 minutes now. The time lapse makes it seem like seconds, but it's been about 7 minutes. So imagine if I'm at the side of the road now and I'm trying to get my car started, it's only 7 minutes gone as it elapsed, and this battery's at 5 volts and yet it's still charging. So we'll come back to it once we get to around 90%. So the charger got to about 88% in half an hour, but I think this battery is just way too dead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this onto the Seat Ibiza battery, and let's see if we can get it up to 100%. Okay, so it's now plugged into the Ibiza, and you can see instantly it's now going up. 94%, 95%, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100%. So that's now fully charged. There you go. So now it's telling you that it's ready. Okay, so we're back at our Duff battery, and we can see that our battery is still kicking out. At the moment it's recovered to 7.4 volts. So what we're going to do now is we're going to connect up the Supercharge 2. That's going to come on, and then we're going to press the button on the side, and it's going to give us 9 seconds before it sends a big bolt of electricity. Okay, so here we go. So we'll do that now. So doing a countdown. 4, and what we should see now is that voltage shoot up, and there you have it. So now with that voltage in place, we should be able to start the car, and that sound is the unit discharging. So it's finished, and we should have been able to start the car and at least get us home, and the battery you're seeing is going to drop back down. So that is it in a nutshell. And if we needed to, if that didn't start the car, we can then do the whole process again, and it's starting again. So it's counting down 4, 3, 2, 1, and it kicks out again, a massive charge. And that should have been enough to get the car started. Excellent. So, how does this device work? Let me explain. Well, inside of here, instead of a battery, it has a capacitor, large capacitor. And when you plug this into a battery, it charges that capacitor up. So capacitors, unlike a battery that will release its power slowly, a capacitor will release its power quickly. And the reason why this is able to charge quickly, because it will hold that battery, that power, so coming from the battery, until it gets to 12 volts. And that's one of the reasons why the old battery was taking so long to charge, because it was only giving out 5 volts. And so this was taking forever to charge. Had it been more powerful, had it been 9 volts, then this would have charged quicker. So essentially it will charge up, hold the battery, when it gets to 12 volts, it will then turn this off, because this will be ready to discharge that. And then what it does is it will release that charge up to 14 volts, which will allow it to be able to then charge a vehicle. And that's the reason why you can keep this in the car, and you can leave it for weeks, and then you can then quickly charge it, and then it will be good to go within a few minutes. You saw how quickly it charged in the IBs, and that was putting out 11.9 volts, and that was able to kick out a massive bolt of electricity. So yeah, its maximum discharge on this, I'm just looking at the back here, is 800 amps, which means it can start up most diesel applications. So like this battery here is 850 amp. You need amps to be able to dissipate a charge to start the car, to give it that voltage. This will help you, but it does need to be plugged into a battery source for it to be able to discharge into a battery. You can't just use it on its own to discharge. It just won't work, because it needs to sense a power source. So it has to be something, and that's the reason why when we plugged it into our test battery, you saw the voltage go up to 14 volts, because this circuitry in here sense an out port or power source, and therefore turn on the circuit. Otherwise you'll be able to electrocute people, which wouldn't be good. So that's the safety circuitry inside here. So it's a really good package, and I will be carrying this around with me in my car. If you want to buy this, there is a discount code below that hopefully will give you 10% off. Also, you can have a look in the our Castle Paul store down below, and it will show you, you'll see this in the link there. It's about £99 in the Amazon store. So good bit of kit for you to keep in your car. So I bought this grill that you can see for the S3. It's an RS3 replica grill. There's loads of them on eBay. This one is in silver, and the reason why I bought it in silver was because I have a white S3. So here is the standard grill that comes with the S3, and I just think that standard grill is a bit bland, but I wanted something different than the conventional black RS grill, and so this one came up, which I thought I bought. But now that it's arrived, I'm not sure, but what do you guys think? So there's a silver one, there's a standard one. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up to it and make it a little bit better. So what do you think? Put your answers in the comments below. I'm just not sure whether this goes or not. Maybe it look better with it on the car, but your initial thoughts I'll be interested to hear. Yeah, if enough of you say yes, then I'll be putting it on, and you'll see it on Monday go on. But like I said, I just wanted to try something different. Now I could paint this another colour, could paint it black, but you guys have got 3 days to convince me otherwise, or indeed do I keep the conventional grill. Now if I do put this grill on, that badge will be coming with it. I will not be putting an RS3 badge on an S3. That is not what this is about. I never like to pretend I got something that I don't have. So but the grille does look nice, but I'm just not sure whether it looks nice in this colour. So you guys can help me decide on that, so put it down in the comment below. So that is it for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed what you saw today, and don't forget, if you want to get yourself one of those Autowit Supercharged 2, you can in our Castle Paul shop down below, or use a link below to get it direct. And if you are a casual viewer, as I always say, don't forget to subscribe down here, click on the notification bell so that you know when we release new videos, and give us a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. In the next episode, we're going to be putting the XLS XLR onto the vehicle, and I'll be explaining what that does for the car, because the XLR product is not a well-known product in the race chip range, but it does make a difference to your vehicle, and we'll be talking about that more in the next episode. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this, as I said, and we will see you on Monday.